And honestly, I think it's kind of cool that you can just come to Germany and study for free. I mean, who wouldn't want to? Hi there, I'm Melissa, the Gunner Foreign Land, helping you out. And in today's video, we will be going through the process of applying for an English taught university in Germany for your bachelor's degree. So let's get started. Now, just before we dive into the video, I think it's important that I explain two key terms we'll be using throughout the video. The first one is tuition free. Now, this actually means tuition free, and that's because in 2014, the 16 German states actually decided to completely take away tuition for all undergraduate programs within German public universities. Meaning, if you're going to be applying for a private university, then you might need to still pay tuition. Now, that brings us to our second term, which is a contribution fee. Now, this is a fee that is mandatory for everyone to pay, be it a public school or private school, and it's usually there to cover all service charges or administrative costs, and sometimes even to cover the bus transport ticket or tram transport ticket that the school might even provide. Now, in regards to the contribution fee, it's usually between 100 and 400 euros, which I think is kind of a pretty good deal considering you're getting your education for free. Now, it is important to note that there are 4 exceptions to this free tuition rule. The first one is if you're studying a master's program, so it might be an LLM or an MBA. For those types of programs, you might still need to pay a certain amount of tuition. The second exception is for specialized programs. Now, this might mean you're studying a subject that might require specific or specialized machinery or equipment, which might then come with an extra cost. The third exception is for double degree programs, and this would mean that once you study or once you graduate your bachelor's degree, you will walk away with not only a German degree, but also another degree from a university outside Germany. So which means that university is in collaboration with your German university. And if it's that type of double degree program, you might still need to pay tuition. The fourth exception is if you're studying in a university within the German state of Baden-Württemberg, which is in the south part of Germany. Now, that state has a mandatory tuition fee of about 1.5 thousand euros. And so meaning if your university is within that region, then you might still need to pay tuition, even if it's a public university, because the free tuition fee deal doesn't really apply in that state. Now, let's get into how you can actually find these universities. For the sake of this video, we'll be using 2 different websites. The first one is My German University, and the second one is DAAD. And I chose these 2 websites because I think they provide the best filters in terms of you can really specialize the type of degree or program you're searching for, as well as it shows free tuition and ones that need tuition as well. So our first website is going to be mygermanuniversity.com. And this is basically how it looks like. And when you have time, I will link it in the description box. You can go through it and then just read all the different articles they have to make the whole process much easier for you. But in this video, I'm just gonna show you how you can find the university you want, English, and free tuition. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select a bachelor's degree, and then the subject we want would go with business, economics, and law, but specifically focusing on business and economics. And you can see that for that specific search filter, there's 154 different universities that provide that. And so we're gonna go directly to show the results. Okay, now when we reach this page, we have additional filters we can put in to make our search more refined and more defined and a bit more specific to what we need. So we're going to go here to finances and we're going to go with tuition free, and we're going to go to program features and select for courses only taught in English. And so we're going to click that. So we're going to go just with the first one here, the Bachelor of Science in International Business and Management. And when you click it, it's going to load, of course, and it will bring you to this page. Now, this page shows you a bit more information on that specific course. And so as we can see, this one, there's about 40 places available for this course. The entire course is taught in English. The study mode is mostly on campus, with winter semester deadlines for the applications being the 31st of May, and then for the summer semester being the 15th of January. This course is about 3.5 years duration. And as we said, it's free tuition. And if you go to the very bottom, we'll see where it says read the full profile, and it gives you a bit more information on the different qualifications needed and other documents. Now, since this course is taught in English, The minimum requirement would be a level B2 level English, just so you understand fully what you're being taught and you can write essays, write exams, and things like that. Now, this is the most important part, the application documents you need. As I said, you might need a high school diploma, so your secondary school transcript, and then certified copies of official transcript. Now, this means if you're coming from a country that doesn't speak German or English, you need to make sure that you have all your documents properly translated and certified into German or into English. And then you need to complete your university entrance exam, your transcripts of your records to prove your English level, and lastly, pay the fee. And then if you're interested in the school, you can just select here and it will take you directly to the website. Okay, so that's our first website. We're going to move on to our second one. This is our second website, which is DAAD, and we're going to go just right into it. And you can already see that they provide over 2,000 programs on this website alone, so that's very good for our chances. And then for course type, we're going to once again choose a bachelor's. We would like our course to be taught in English only. And for the field of study, we're going to go with law, economics, and social sciences. And you can see that for that search, we have about 88 programs available, which once again is good. We have a wide variety, and we're just going to wait for it to load. And then once it's loaded, we can then go ahead and be a bit more specific with our filters and criterias. And so we can select the subject. So even though we chose the field of law, economics, social sciences, we want to maybe study more depth in industrial engineering, for example. And then we can see that there's a total of 9 results for that criteria. And as I said before, we want to do the free tuition because we want to get an education, but not for hefty price. And so we're going to go with this one, the University of Applied Sciences, in a BA in Bachelor in Business and Engineering. Now, when we open that, it's going to bring us to this page. And we're just going to go quickly through all these different little headings. Now, this one overview gives us just an overview of what the course provides, that it's taught in English with a total of 7 semesters. No tuition is required, and then a brief description on what the actual course is about. Now, if we go into depth of course details, here we can see what you actually learn and what you be taught throughout the different semesters, what type of assignments are involved within this degree. So there'll be lectures, seminars, exercises, exams, etc., and what other international elements are provided, and if you can possibly also do an internship after your studies. And then if we go back up here and we go to cost and funding. Now in cost and funding, we can see that yes, this is a tuition-free course. However, the contribution fee, which we talked about in the beginning, for this university would be €95, 70 cents per semester. And this would include a transport ticket for free public transport within the city. And then they provide you a rough cost of living, which is between 600 and 800 euros. Just so you have a rough idea of what you're coming into. And then if we go here into requirements and registration, it gives you just a bit more detail on what documents you might need and what other qualifications you might need. And then they give you a rundown on the services provided by the university, so like accommodation, career advice services. And then you can find out more about the university. And of course, if you're interested, you could always just directly email them or go directly to the website. And that brings us to an end of this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope you find the university you want. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments, and I will do my best to try and get them to you. And I will actually also link the 2 websites in the description box, so you can you can feel free to scroll through them and find the right university for you. See you in the next video. Bye.